I was thinking why I don't want to buy a new KTM. I normally change my bike quite a lot, but for some reason this one stick with me. This is a 2024 KTM and I upgraded to 2025. A few way you can upgrade your 24 to 25 by changing the plastic from 24 to 25, and then you're gonna have a look of the 2025. Also, in 2025, I changed the piston, upgraded a little bit, and I did many things with this bike in order to be the way I really like it. The most important one is the two-stroke performance parts, the ECU. I have it on this bike, and that's cost a lot of money. And if you wanna upgrade that on your new bike, you kind of have to pay, because you cannot just take your program or whatever setup you have and put it on a new bike. You actually have to send two-stroke performance some money in order to unlock the potential on your new bike, and that's one reason. I have cone valves on this. I have 720 SBC. I have Enduro Pro Series wheels on it by Euromosi brake pedal, and then the list just keep going on and on. If you see me doing that, that's because of the mosquitoes. We are about to have rain, so they try to hammer me, but we just ignore them. So the point that I'm trying to make, I'm completely satisfied the way this bike is. So why I want to spend, I don't know, $13,000 to buy a new one when I do not have problem with my current one? That's point number one. And my points are keep going on because you probably know KTM has that financial trouble, and now they are owned by the Indian company, Bajaj company, and in order to get there, they had to shut the factory down, which is they did. They sent everybody home, and what that gives you with the 26 bike, you're probably gonna have or experience some failures down on the road, because there is no way they're gonna hire the same staff who KTM hired. They probably hired some low labeled, maybe employees from India to build the bike in Austria, and that's raising some questions. And KTM kind of known not to take care of their bike after they sold it. Not like Starkwag. Starkwag offers you 2 years warranty. Just a little sidetrack. My seat get wrapped a little bit. The foam, I mean the cover came off on the side a little bit, and they didn't even ask any question. They sent a new one, a new replacement, and the bike, I owned that bike for like almost half a year now, 4 or 5 months, and they didn't worry about it. The ideal of happy customers exists on Starkwag, but it does not exist on KTM. They had a bunch of cam failures, especially in Europe on those big enduro bikes, and they did not stand behind the problem, and they did not fix. What's more, they tried to put that on the customers, but the customers ending up doing collecting a large social media group, and then KTM changed a little bit, but not much. So there is a lot of stuff going on over there, which is uncertainties with the new 26 models, far as how they get built. That's number 2. Number 3 is KTM always changing the bikes. They always innovating, and that's why in the past it was so good, because you always wondered what's the new model going to be, what's the new changes. But apparently in 2026, only changes is the graphics, and they changed the throttle cable. Yeah. So if you want to have 2026 KTM, I suggest you to to put the plastic on your 2024 and 2025, and then you're gonna have a look of a 2026 KTM, because besides that, it will be completely the same. This bike is the bike which is the most versatile bike out of all. This is a 300XC, and I raced with this bike on a GNCC kind of trail in Florida multiple times, and I won every single race where I entered to. And I took this bike up to the mountains. I put it to some rough, nasty trails. And what else I did with this bike? I did not put it in the water. I don't do stuff like that. But I pretty much did, I think, what most of you do with your bike if you live in a certain type of area. I kind of put through a lot, and currently has like 68 hours. And it did not disappoint. It performs not 50%, but 75-80% in any circumstances. Obviously, when you racing on a GNCC, the 4-stroke would be better to race with because of the initial takeoff. It's just there. But this bike, you know, it did not disappoint at all at GNCC. It may took a little bit more effort to keep the pace, but you know, we won. What else can I say? Also, in the mountains, the torque, and especially with the setup, with the TSP, the two-stroke performance setup, it's just mind-blowing. You can climb like a goat with this bike, especially if you put gummy tires on it. I don't have that stuff on it. What I do, I just power my way through it. So when you see on obstacles, you just go slowly through it with your gummy tire and take advantage of the grip. And what I do, I just hammer my way through it. Not always works, but most of the time does. Sometimes I crash, but that's part of the deal. I actually learned that I just let the bike go. And that brings up another point. I crashed a lot with this bike, and every single time I crashed with it, you know, it just sucks it up and keep it going. Only thing I broke on this bike, actually two things I broke on this bike. One is the clutch lever. It broke, and I didn't even replace it. I just kept it the way it is, so that way I don't have to go to the emotion to block the clutch lever again, because you know it broke already. And the other thing is, I actually tried to be a little bit smartest and try to jump up on a little hill section jump, and then I went too fast, and there was a turn right there. So technically, I put the bike right into the tree, and I had a really nice custom headlight that I made. It has a mesh grill in it, and that broke. Not the light itself, but the support, you know, the mounting brackets area broke on it. So I just left it over there. But by the time I came back, somebody already picked it up. And that's pretty much it. And one reason for it, because it's starting to rain. And number two, this bike is just the bike, I think. Only other bike I can compare to is the 250 FX. The new 250 FX, the 25 one, is the beast on its own. And I also want to say that if you want to buy a new bike, you still don't have to buy the 26. You can buy the 25 or 24 because they are extremely good. Plus, you're saving $3,000-$4,000 on the price, because I looked it up before I started to talk to you, and I asked ChatGPT what he thinks about it, and we both agreed. If you need a bike right now, it's way better value to have something which is cost $3,000-$4,000 less and performs the same way than buying a new one. Just only reason to say you have a 2026 bike, and the resale value on these bikes is probably the best out of all. I had a 250 Yamaha two-stroke, and that was a pain to sell. I haven't want to sell my 250 4-stroke because I'm just falling in love with it, so I don't know how that's going to sell. But unless if you have a really custom bike like my 450 YZ, that was full custom, and it was the guy who bought it didn't even argue with me. He just paid me the asking price right away. But other than that, I think you cannot go wrong if you get one of these. I gotta go because it's raining. Hopefully I gave you enough information in this short amount of time.